Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll show you how to shoot time lapses with the DJI Osmo Action. I can't show it to the camera because the focus is set to manual and it's focused on my face. So here we go. This is assuming that you have the DJI Osmo Action. Let me keep it away. Well, before I start, let me just apologize in case there are any background noises creeping in. So sorry, I can't do much about it. Now, there are some prerequisites in case you want to shoot a time lapse. The first and primary thing is you just cannot go ahead and time lapse everything. In fact, you can, but it might not look very attractive. Unless there is some visible motion, it's better to avoid time lapses. For example, if it's just a place with some trees and some buildings and there is no movement in clouds, there is nothing interesting happening like people moving or some construction happening and things like that, then the output might be not that satisfactory. So you have to keep it in mind. The second thing is you need to have a tripod. Not this kind of a tripod. It will look very funny sitting on a tripod like this. You just can get a very cheap tripod. There is nothing wrong with going for a very big tripod. You can get something like this. It's quite flexible. You can put it in a pole or something like that. Say for example my hand here is the pole, and yeah, you get the idea. I'll show it to you when I set it up on the terrace. So it's all better to keep it somewhere steady in case you're shooting, for example, say a sunset, which is what I'll be doing. So you need to have something stable, otherwise you will have to end up holding your camera like this. So it's just not really advisable. And before you start, plan the process well in advance because it can take maybe 2 hours or 3 hours to get some 1 minute of footage, or maybe even less in some conditions. So have something to eat maybe and refresh yourself and go outside. So keep those things in mind before you plan on a time-lapse journey. The other thing to consider is that will there be like too many people over there? Will there be obstacles in front of your camera and things like that? Those also have to be kept on your mind. And in case you want to shoot time lapses from above a building or something and you know some people there, make sure that they are not locking you outside on the terrace and going home. So these are some things you have to keep in mind. These are quite simple things, but some things that are overlooked. It's also better to try out different compositions. So even if you slightly turn the camera around by a bit, it might be a better angle, a better field of view than when it was straight. So try it out and check for yourself. Maybe even capture a very small time lapse or photo or even a video. Video will be a good idea actually rather than a photograph. Another very important thing when you plan to do a time lapse, especially with an Osmo Action or any other GoPro or something action camera, is that your battery might run out quickly and might not last for 3 hours or something. So it's better to carry a power bank and a cable to charge your Osmo Action while you are in the process. It's quite simple to do that. I will be doing it. My Osmo Action is not that much charged, so I'll do that. Well, that's the introductory part of this video. Now let me show you the interface of the Osmo Action, and then you can see how you can start a time lapse. Well, let's see how the Osmo Action needs to be set up in order to shoot time lapses. This is the interface you will get depending on whether you shot a video or a photograph. You can do one thing. You can use this quick switch QS button over here. You will see the time lapse option. I'm not sure whether the camera is focused properly right now. Anyway, this is taking in values. Down here you can actually see the values, and I've set the exposure to 2 seconds and ISO to 200. which is why it's so bright right now. This section, when you swipe from right to left on the right hand corner, you will see this screen over here. When you swipe it from the right, you can see auto and manual. If you set to auto, then it will take care of everything on its own. So here I have set the exposure compensation to 0.3. Just a minute. So I'll set it to 0. So now it has become proper auto mode. But even in auto mode, you can set the maximum ISO value, which is the sensitivity to light. You can keep it till 800 or even till 1600. It will not be that grainy. So now coming to the resolution part, in order to access that, we have to swipe from down to up, which will give us the duration of the shot, which is the interval. So what this Osmo Action does is it captures photographs and then combine it into a video rather than speeding up a video like in most mobile phones. And this is really good. So as we were saying, there is an option for interval starting from 0.5 seconds all the way to 30 seconds, which means that if you set it to 0.5 seconds and start recording using the record button up top, every 0.5 seconds the camera will start capturing an image. So this will be useful in case there is so much movement, like people walking around in the streets, or maybe some fast construction going on and you want to capture the time lapse of that, or maybe clouds are moving very fast and you want to capture that. In these kind of situation, 0.5 seconds is good. And 30 seconds is for, you can say, very small movement in clouds, maybe a transition from dawn to dusk or something like that. For those things, 30 seconds will be really good. So usually I'll set it at 2 seconds or 3 seconds, and I'll set the duration to infinity, which is the time period in which the camera will start shooting the video. So you can see this in red right now, which is because I don't have an SD card inserted in the Osmo Action. So otherwise it will be white. You have duration from infinity to 5 hours. So if you set it to 5 hours and 2 seconds, every 2 seconds the Osmo Action will capture an image continuously for 5 hours, given that you have enough battery in that, which is why I have mentioned before that you need to connect a power bank or something and then continuously shoot, because I don't think it will last for that much time. It might last maximum for 3 hours or something. But what I do is I'll set it to infinity so that it's flexible. In case I want to stop suddenly, I'll just press the record button again and it stops. I have not tested it with other time periods. I'm sure that it'll work, but I just leave it at infinity. Unless maybe I capture a sunset, or maybe I know how much time it will take to travel from point A to point B. So in those cases I might keep some time. Otherwise, usually I leave it at infinity. That's what I do. And this is the basic layout. And yes, coming to the resolution, you can change it here, this blue color over here. You have resolutions from 1080p, 2.7K and 4K. You have to touch precisely, otherwise it might not recognize that easily. Yes, see, once you touch properly, it will recognize very fast. So that's how resolution is set. Now let's come back to this auto and manual mode. So in auto mode, the camera will decide what's the shutter speed and what's the ISO value. You can set maximum ISO value, that's all. Say for example, if I'm obstructing it with something, say my hand, you can see that shutter has gone down to 1 by 8th of a second. Now it has gone up to 1 by 20th of a second. So it's everything is pretty much automatic on this. I really hope you can see these things. Now coming to manual, you can set all these settings over here except these two settings, which I don't like. In order to change that, maybe you can go to auto and set it to -0.3, then go back to manual, but still it shows 3 and not as -3. So what if I set the ISO to maximum 200 and then I go to manual? So ISO value will definitely stay. Now if you want long exposure time lapses, you can set the shutter to these values over here. You have exposures from, and it's quite a long list, 1 by 8 thousandths of a second, which is for very bright conditions, all the way to 25 seconds. This is more than enough for some long exposure time lapses. In my experience, long exposure time lapses have not worked properly. It had mostly to do with the dynamic range of the camera. The sensor is not that equipped like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera. So it will definitely have some limitations, but it's definitely possible to take long exposure time lapses with the Osmo Action. I hope you understood the interface. If it was a bit confusing, please let me know in the comments below. I'm ready to make another one. I've not thought about this that much, I just made it like that. So hope this was useful. I have come up to the terrace to record this time lapse. I have the tripod with me, the Osmo Action, a power bank and a charging cable to charge the Osmo Action. I'll show you how I'll be setting it up. I'm planning to capture a time lapse of the sunset from the terrace. While setting up the tripod, make sure it's in a secure place and it's not prone to maybe nudges from other people or from you and to winds which will make it fall down. Secure it very properly so that you'll save your camera. Well, that's how I set up the Osmo Action along with the tripod and the power bank to capture a time lapse of the sunset. I'll show this time lapse at the end and you can decide whether it's good or not. I've already shot one video attaching the Osmo Action to my car, around the middle of the car, right where beside me, and shooting an entire video from inside the car and outside. So this is just a random idea which came to my head. So you can try out many things. It's very easy to carry around, so you can mount it anywhere and try out different things. The primary thing to know is that just go out and shoot, or even stay in and shoot. Unless you start experimenting with your device, you will not know its limitations, if there are any, and the possibilities with such a small device. Well, that's it. That's how you shoot time lapses on the DJI Osmo Action. It's definitely a very good versatile tool. So until next time, take care and stay safe.